It's a dreary Saturday here at Atwood's garage, but progress must go on. My brother and I got the 220 hooked up in the garage for Pops to the welder. So he's gonna give it a go for the first time. We're gonna see how it does. He's welding up the coil bucket for the driver's side right now.
Ah, shit. My bad.
This welder runs so much better. I welded up some links here a little bit ago, but it's running so much better.
Don't mind me, I'm looking up.
On the 240.
Looking for my triangle.
It's a square, Pops.
It's a triangle.
It's a square.
Triangle.
Square.
Triangle. Triangle. It's a triangle.
Yeah, it's a square.
Square it over there.
That's a carpenter square. That's a speed square.
Yeah. So what I thought called a triangle.
So it's this upper bucket. See if I can squeeze in here and show you guys. That's the upper coil bucket that he's welding right now. Ignore those welds. It was a little rough welding with 120, but we always made do with what we could. But we decided we're doing enough on this project that we really needed to up the welder.
Certainly far more spicy than she used to be. Holy smokes. I have to get used to this.
Yeah, I played around with some scrap before I welded anything of importance.
But what's nice is I now don't have to take my heavy welding to work, where I've got a 300 amp welder. I can now do this at home, and I tell you what, that's carrying axles around. Anybody who's worked on tons, you know, any axle anyway, but tons especially, they're just too heavy to be moving any more than you need to. So get this welded up, get the lower welded up, and we'll get these buckets put in today.
Yep, so he's got me all day today. We're really gonna try to thrash and bash and see if we can get this axle set under its own weight in this Jeep this weekend. So, get back with you guys here shortly. Alrighty guys, I'm down here working on links. Pops is still upstairs in the garage working on coil buckets. We got to get that thing set underneath its weight so that we can figure out the final length on these. But let me show you what's going on here. Apologize for the mess. Apparently my younger brother's been down here working on something. So I've just got it chalked up in the mill just because it's easier than the drill press. It's got a little bit more range. We're all about safety here, so definitely just find scrap pieces of material to prop up your workpiece. And then we're just going to take a hole saw. So the bottom links are both getting bushings due to budget constraints. So they're going to be fixed links on the bottom. The uppers are going to have a link on one side and a heim on the other. So I'm just going to start getting to notching everything, and we'll go from there. Alrighty guys. So the hole saw is not quite deep enough to go all the way through, so I'm having to flip it over and cut from the other side for the last little bit. Just got to try to line everything up as best as I can. Honestly, it's doing okay. This hole dozer Milwaukee hole saw just absolutely eats through this mild steel. So let me get this one finished up, and I'll pull the next one up, and I'll videotape a little bit of that for you guys so you can see what's going on. Alright guys, I'm not going to lie to you, this is honestly kind of terrifying. The collet on the hole saw doesn't really agree with the mill too well. So I'm going to film for you guys real quick, and then I'm going to put the camera down so I can pay attention to what I'm doing. something's jerking. All right, guys. It did not like that. I don't know why. I ran the first two fine, but on that third one, it was just either the hole saw bent or something, but it was just getting too dangerous. I don't want to risk the mill. Don't want to risk my own safety. So I'll show you. Notched the first two lowers. This one I was a little off center. That's why this one side's a little long, but it'll all come out fine in the end. So back to the old school way, and I still have 4 more notches to go. So, angle grinder it is, I guess. Alrighty guys, let's hopefully nobody gets hurt here, but we're about to...
Stupidity about to take place here.
We're about to figure out what ride height's like. The axle's sitting right about where it's supposed to be with the tires on.
Oh, it smokes, buddy.
Yeah, I didn't want to drop it on me. Just be careful.
Coming down. That spring What?
Nothing. I'm gonna need a set of wheel dollies just to get this thing out of the garage.
Okay, well, we're not going out also. Oh boy.
Oh goodness.
That's a little higher than I was expecting.
Well, it doesn't have a hatch or floors in it. Add a little bit of weight to it, it's gonna drop down a little bit more.
Gasoline, but it dropped what, an inch?
Maybe.
It's really supposed to be 2-inch lift springs.
Huh.
Alright, well, let me put the hoist back. Didn't lift it all, but I've got the hoist tension, so if stupidity ensues, it's not going to go anywhere.
Alrighty guys, let's see here. For comparison, so this is sitting at ride height right now.
Well, let's put it like this. I'm 6 foot tall. This thing's 6 foot high.
It's raining, but we're gonna take a walk real quick over here to the blue rig. So it's gonna be really close on 37s as to where this one is on 39s. So she gonna be big.
Welcome back to the channel. This is a quick update here. Working on the Project Jeep for Beast Wars. And we actually have it sitting on coils. Working on getting my links made up, which are all over here. Gotta get them cut the length and made up. These are actually the links for the front. Just kind of got them in place. See, I got to move the lower link over there. It needs to be moved in towards the pumpkin a little bit to get the line correct. And this is what I'm kind of fiddling around with right here as an idea. That I believe the drive shaft is going to be way too long. And I don't want it hanging down and dragging on stuff. So that is the original drive shaft cut down. And then I bought a set of F250 drive shafts off of Marketplace for 50 bucks. And I cut the stub shaft off the mid shaft, turned it down to fit into a piece of 2.5-inch tube, welded it up at the shop today, put the carrier bearing back on, and that flange you see there is, I guess I come over here, that is a Dana 60 pinion flange, which just so happens to fit the stub shaft. The issue I have with it is the OD, the part that presses into the bearing, is just a little bit too big, so I don't have it on all the way. Just got it on enough there to kind of get an idea of things. And then out here, I've got drive shafts that I bought. You can see they're well used. Now this is the front drive shaft for an F250. And this bolts to the transfer case. And this obviously bolted to the front axle. Now what I'm going to do is, this is the rear drive shaft. Take this flange off, put it here, take a big chunk out of the middle, and this is about where I've got the cut in order to put this piece up here. So everything's preliminary. That's the original mid shaft there that I cut down earlier. But that's what we're working on right now. I don't know if it's the best idea or the right idea. That's my idea. So I'm going to give it a shot, see how it works. But this out was the garage. Thanks for watching.